Hi guys, I'm going to show you how we're going to start our next project. We are working on observational drawing, which means drawing what we see. So for our next project, we're going to do let me turn my light on. We're going to do a very cool contour line drawing of our hands. My students at school are going to do this with a scratch board, but I don't expect you guys to have tempera paint at home. So I'm going to show you in the next video how you can do you can use markers to make watercolor. But first we're going to take some notes on what this means. So today is November 11th, 11/11. You're going to write number 2, contour line drawing notes. Okay, so a contour line is basically an outline. Okay, so if we look at a coloring book, for instance, coloring book is a set of contour lines, right? So this dog isn't shaded in. He's a contour line drawing, okay? So it's an outline of an object that shows the general shape without adding value. And if you remember from our graffiti project, value essentially means shading. Okay, so there's no contrast between light and dark. It's just a line drawing. So for instance, if I were going to draw a cup of tea, I can use contour lines to show the cup is round. I can use contour lines to show that there's a beverage in it, okay? But I'm not using any sort of shading to demonstrate this. Just line. Okay, so we're going to do 2 exercises today. The first is a blind contour. All right, and this one means that you are drawing with observation. You're drawing an object without looking at your drawing. So you can look at the object, but you can't look at your drawing. And this helps artists see, and I've already drawn on my hand today, but it helps you see different details in your hand while you're observing. Okay, and then the second thing we're going to practice is a continuous line drawing. Okay, so that's drawing an object without picking up your pencil. So your object is essentially a one-line drawing. So if I were going to draw my teacup again, I'm going to draw it kind of big. I can't pick up my pencil, so I just have to go back over the lines that already exist. And it's a cool little challenge because it's kind of like a puzzle of where can I go back. Get my smoky or my steam back this way and add these lines. Go back this way and I can add my saucer. Okay, so it's one continuous line. So what I want you guys to do today is you're going to practice blind contour drawing, and then you're going to practice a continuous line. Well, you're going to do a continuous line drawing for both of these. So what I will do right now is demonstrate how to do a blind contour drawing. I want you to make a gesture with your hands. You could do a peace sign, you could do like rock on, you could do, hang loose, whatever this means. I'm going to do a peace sign. And then I'm going to observe my hand and make sure I draw all of these detailed lines, but I'm not going to look at my paper while I do it. So you guys can't catch me if I am looking, but this is going to turn out so wild looking. I'm sure you'll know that I wasn't looking. Okay, so I'm just going to go up and I'm going to follow the lines that I see in my hand. If you have some tape at home, you can tape your paper down. It makes it a little easier to do this. Let me go back. Because remember, you can't pick up your pencil. Okay, and this is just a fun little practice. It's kind of fun to do. You could do it with if you have siblings at home. You could try to get your guardians to do it with you. Ask the adults in your house to draw their hand without picking up their pencil or looking at their paper. And it's really fun to see what comes out when you're done. It's going to look wild. But it's really just a good exercise to get your brain looking for details, right? With the lines on your palm, draw. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? It still looks like a hand. Okay, so I want you guys to try this at home. It's just a fun little exercise. The next thing that I'm going to have you do is practice a continuous line drawing. And I want you to put this one on your sketchbook page before you turn it in. We're going to practice this again before we start our final project. But again, you'll make a gesture. So I'm going to do my peace sign again. And you can look at your paper now, but I don't want you to pick up your pencil, okay? That's really important. Maybe have someone sit next to you and watch, see if you picked up your pencil, and they can say, you picked up your pencil. All right, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to try to get all of the wrinkles that I see. My nail. Let me make my finger a little too. There's lines there, and you can do this as slow as you need to. There's no rush, right? Because we're just looking for all the details that we can draw our hand. And I want you to try to make connections between, the width of your fingers. Like, just notice when you draw where they fall in comparison to your thumb. This one's a little bit taller than this one, longer. And you can go back over as many times as you need to. There's no rule against that. Let's see. We're going to practice this a few times. Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are good. You learn from mistakes. So take your time drawing. Make sure you draw that love line on your palm. Make sure you draw that I'm going to win the lottery one day line. Make it really long so you win a lot. Right? That's how it works. Okay? That was one long continuous line. I didn't pick up my pencil. All right, so again, I want you guys to practice this today. And then I'll show you how you're going to practice this a few more times in your sketchbook